Hello everyone. So today I'll be explaining a poem, Goats and Monkey, which is written by Derek Walcott. So to understand this poem, we need to have a glimpse of Shakespeare's Othello. In Shakespeare Othello, the main protagonist is Desdemona and Othello. Desdemona is white in color and Othello is black in color. So this is the basic reason that their relationship, their love relationship is not accepted by anyone because of the racial discrimination. Desdemona's father does not accept Othello because he is black in color, and as a result, Desdemona elopes with Othello. Our main villain is Iago, who sowed the seeds of jealousy in Othello's mind, and as a result, Othello kills Desdemona when they both are in bed. What he tell Othello is that she is having a relationship with Cassio, who is in the army with Othello. So the main reason that Othello kills Desdemona is jealousy, and the background of this play is how racial discrimination is so much prominent. So, with this background, we are going to start the poem. Goats and Monkeys has obvious reference to Shakespeare's Othello because of the racial discrimination. Walcott realizes that transgressing the social norms is not possible, even after hundreds of years have passed since the play was enacted in Shakespeare's England. In the present day scenario, there is the same scenario. There is same racial segregation. There is same domination by the white race. Negro writers is still based on identity, particularly the race. So Derek Walcott still believes that he's facing racial discrimination. His race is facing discrimination because the people only see their identity, particularly their race. They don't see their work or their talent or whatever skills that they have. So the entire poem is built upon contrast of light and darkness, white and black, angelic and beastly. So the two different things that will be shown is how Desdemona, being the white race, is different from Othello, who belongs to the black race. These contrasts are made man-made, born out of prejudice and discrimination against race and color. So the main background or the main theme is discrimination that was started long way back, but still which is very much prominent was at the time of Shakespeare as well as right now. So the poem has an epigraph, that is the starting lines, which are taken from Shakespeare's play Othello. Even now, an old black ram is tapping your white eve. So these lines are taken from Shakespeare play Othello, where Iago, the villain, is warning Brabantio, Desdemona's father, that old black ram referred to Othello and white eve is Desdemona. So these two lines shows the sexual imagery, that how they are consummating their relationship. The owl torches gutter, chaos clouds the globe, shriek ogre, his earthen bulk. So the owl torches gutter, owl is a night animal. So at the time of night, and the gutter referring to every place in the town. So at the time of town, every place, every street has been searched out because Desdemona has eloped with Othello. Therefore, the father Brabantio is looking after her at every street. Chaos clouds the globe, that there is confusion and commotion all around the globe because there is going to be a relationship which is not valid according to the social norms and not acceptable according to social norms. Shriek Ogre, his earthen bulk, buries her bosom in its slow eclipse. Shriek Ogre is referred to loud voice, which is the voicing of an omen that a bad thing is going to happen. The bad thing referring to the mate of Desdemona and Othello. Earthen bulk bury here refers to Othello, that how Othello is leaning over Desdemona, that how Othello's huge body is descending upon Desdemona like passing of Earth's shadow over a glowing moon over a lunar eclipse. So they are describing through nature that how moon awaits in darkness, awaits in sun, then there is an eclipse. Similarly, Othello is descending over Desdemona. His smoky hand has charged the marble throat. Again, the racial discrimination, smoky, that his black hand is upon the marble, that is the white throat of Desdemona. That it is a reference to the last scene where Othello kills Desdemona. His hand is upon the throat, on the neck of Desdemona, and he's almost going to kill her. Bent to her lips, he's Africa, a vast sliding shadow. So this is the thing that Derek Walcott is telling, that how people are only defined by their race or their place. Here, Othello is an African, so he's called as an Africa. How racism is very much prominent, where Othello is only seen as an African man where it comes to have a relationship with a white family. Othello was a military head and full of valor, but according to the white race, this is the highest rank that they can get. They cannot be the part of the family, or they cannot be indulged in the personal life. So they are good for the military purpose, or they are good as a slave, but they can't be the part of a family. That halves your world with doubt. So how the world is divided into two parts, how the world sees into two halves, that is one white and one black. Put out the light, and God's light is put out. So here the put out the light is the initiating the act of murder, and out the light also signify taking out the life which God has given to Desdemona. So this is the last scene of the killing, where Othello says put out the light, where he initiates the process of killing of Desdemona. The flame extent, that how she is lifeless, lifeless body now. She contemplates her dream. Here her dream, while Othello was killing Desdemona, she was dreaming about Othello only, and it was a good dream that she was dreaming about her husband, of him as huge as night, as bodiless, as starred with metals like the moon, a fable of blind stone. So she was thinking about him as a knight, like he was huge and he is a very nice husband, and starred with medals, like full of medals and full of valor, like the moon, a fable of blind stone. So here blind stone refers to the idea that how love is blind, that how Desdemona's love was blind, that she could not see that he is in the fire of jealousy, that he is so much jealousy that he has planned to kill her. And how Othello love was also has also turned blind because of suspicion and jealousy, because of his inferiority, that he could not see or he could not trust Desdemona. Moving to the next lines. Dazzled by that bulb's bulk against the sun. So here the bulk is referred to Othello. Animal imagery has been used, and sun has been referred to Desdemona because of her white race. Of Cyprus, Cyprus here is used because Shakespeare's entire play of Othello was set up in Cyprus. Couldn't she have known, like Pasiphae, poor girl, she's bred horned monster. So Pasiphae, she was attracted towards a splendid bull gifted to her husband by a god Poseidon for sacrificing purpose. But because she was so much attracted towards that bull, that she had an intimate physical relationship with that bull, which resulted in the giving birth of a monster. So here Pasiphae relationship with a bull and animal is compared to Desdemona's relationship with Othello, that Desdemona is also having a relationship with an animalistic like creature, and the end result will be that she will be also giving birth to monster. That a relationship between a white and black race could not give you a good product according to the society norms, and it can only give birth to a monster because it is not an acceptable relationship. Then it is compared to that like Eurydice, her flesh a flare, traveling the hellish labyrinth of the mind. So first of all, I would like to tell you about the Eurydice story. Then the poem refers to Eurydice, wife of legendary Greek poet and musician Orpheus. She was too bitten by a snake. She died and was taken to underworld. Oriphus, being a loving husband, followed her wife to the underworld and there pleaded with Hades to restore Eurydice to him. Hades agreed to let her go on the condition that she would follow her husband back to earth, but Oriphus must not turn to look at her. When Oriphus was almost at the end of the tunnel, he could not resist and the temptation to see whether she was really following him. The result was that Eurydice was at once whisked away to the underworld again. So the husband went underworld to take her wife back, and it was the only one condition that the god had given him, the Greek god had given him, that while you're taking your wife back from underworld, you don't have to look back. And out of his out and he wanted to know whether he was holding the hand of his wife and whether she was following uh, him or not. He turned back, and as a result his wife was whisked away to underworld again. So out of curiosity also, they both had a relationship, and how their relationship also could not end well because of curiosity. Similarly, Othello and Desdemona relationship also did not end well because of their because of the racial prejudice that was so much prominent in the society. Flesh of flare refers to she is glowing because of her beauty, but Othello's mind is traveling in suspicion and lost track of love. Like in Labyrinth, the husband was trying to save Eurydice. Similarly, he is also traveling but out in suspicion, and he has lost the track of love. His soul would swallow hers. Her white flesh rhymes with night. His soul would swallow hers means he is so much of pride, and he is so much furiating with agony. He's so much angry because of the inferiority complex. He has a suspicion that she is unfaithful, and out of that he is going to swallow her. That Othello is going to kill her because of the complex that he assumes or thinks that she is having a relationship with Cassio. Her white flesh rhymes with night, that how she is beautiful, that how she's a thing of beauty forever. She climbs secure, virgin and ape, maid and malevolent move. She claims secure that she is only having a relationship with her husband, and therefore she feels that she's secure in the arms of her husband. Therefore, she's climbing over to him, she's hugging him. Virgin, referring to how much she is faithful. She and the audience or the readers only know that she is virgin, but according to Othello, she is unfaithful. Maid and malevolent move, their immortal coupling still halves our world. Immortal here has been referred to the work of Shakespeare, that is Othello. Coupling still halves our world, that still till now our world is half. Till now the world is segregated between black and white, and it is still the same. He is your sacrificial beast, billowing, goaded, his black bull snailed in ribbons of blood. Sacrificial beast here has been referred to Othello because he is like a bull, and in front of him, like a bull, he is tormented and he can't stop himself after seeing a red cloth. Similarly, Othello, after seeing the handkerchief, is unstoppable for seeking his revenge. What Iago did was he gave an handkerchief of Cassio, saying that it was in the Desdemona's room. So, like a bull is very much furiated or very much angry after seeing a red cloth. Similarly, Othello was so much angry that he could not trust Desdemona. He did not ask her about the truth. What he did was he killed. Similarly, what the bull does is he tries to kill or tries to kill anybody after seeing the red cloth. Similarly, he also got furiated and mad, and he wanted to kill somebody after seeing that handkerchief. And yet, whatever fury girded on the saffron sunset turban, moon shaped sword was not his racial panther black revenge. So saffron is the color is or a symbol of purity, symbolizing Desdemona purity, virginity, were put on stake because jealousy and insecurity of Othello had won. So here the author is clarifying that Desdemona was not murdered because of racial segregation, because Othello was taking revenge, because he was done so much bad because he has faced so much bad because of racial segregation. He killed or murdered Desdemona because of his inferiority complex, because he was feeling jealous. So Boone shaped sword was not racial, referring to Othello was not avenging himself because of Desdemona's betrayal, trying to imply that fury is not because of race but human nature. It was his human nature, and race should not be involved. That he was black, and this is the reason that he acted so violently. It was the human nature that made him act so violently. Pushing her chamber with its raw musk, its sweet but horror of the moon's change. Her moon has been referred to Desdemona, that how her color changed according to Othello, that how her unfaithful, how she turned unfaithful, or the second reference to the moon's change, that how after her death her color turned out to be blue because she was now a lifeless body. Secondly, moon's change refers to can also be referred to her character, that how he was assuming that how she has changed after the betrayal of the corruption of an absolute, like a white fruit pulped ripe by fondling but doubly sweet. So here Desdemona has been referred to a white fruit because of her color, because of the race and the color, and like fresh fruit is used to satisfy physical hunger, and it has turned out to be doubly sweet because of her assumed unfaithfulness. So Othello is not able to eat that fruit because it is doubly sweet, referring to that how she has turned out to be unfaithful, and this is the reason that he cannot maintain a normal relationship with her. So this is till now I'll be explaining this poem, and in the next video I'll be telling the leftover part of this poem, as well as the important question or the theme or the reference to the title. What does the title signify? What does the goat and monkey mean here? So in the next video I'll be talking about it. Thank you.